Well, here we are at Ibrox Stadium, the venue for the biggest game of the Scottish Premiership weekend. It all kicks off at noon on Saturday. Rangers against Celtic. I'm joined by our two colleagues, Simon Donnelly and Barry Ferguson, who've both experienced this fixture on many an occasion. And you were looking forward to watching, Simon?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. First Old Firm game of the season is always interesting. It'll be a good gauge. You know, Celtic are the form team, the strong team, and the dominant team last season. But Rangers have got a new team altogether, so it'll be interesting to see how it pans out.
Celtic overwhelming favourites, Barry, despite being away from home, and that never happened in the past.
No, it didn't. But listen, form doesn't lie. Certainly for last season, Celtic have come on again this season. They're 5 points ahead of Rangers just now. So Rangers have got to get something out of the game without a doubt. If it's not a win, they need to come out with at least a point for me. The only thing for me is Rangers have got a lot of guys making their debut. There's probably up to 8 new players, and Simon will tell you it's a fixture that catch you by surprise quite a lot of the time. The pace of the game, the build up to the game, everything about it. So I'll be looking on with interest to see how these new guys handle it. But hopefully Rangers are at home. They need to get out the blocks pretty quick for me. Make sure Celtic don't start the game very well, and hopefully they can get something out of it.
If you take what Barry's saying there, Simon, Celtic could basically kill Rangers off for the season in terms of the league.
Well, they go 8 points clear if they get a result, which is a huge gap at this early stage, especially against a team like Celtic. You know, the confidence and the quality that's in the team. I think Rangers don't have to give them any encouragement in the game. I look back to the 5-1 here and I think they gave away a silly penalty early on. But if I'm in that Rangers dressing room and I'm a player, you know, wanting to go and play against Celtic on your own home patch, you've got to be up for it. You've got to be up for the game.
How much will that 5-1 game be in the manager's mind, Barry? Rangers manager?
I don't know. Certainly if I'm in the dressing room and I'm one of the players, I'll be saying to the guys, remember that last game, 5-1, how did it feel after the game? And I would probably make them watch it and say, listen, this can't happen again. It's important that we don't let Celtic get away and get 8 points in front, certainly at this early stage. So it'll be interesting. Again, Celtic are clear favourites, but Rangers are at home. They'll have 40,000 fans behind them, and they've got to start the game on top. They've got to get in about them. For me, I think they've got to change the system a bit, Jim, if I'm being honest. I know that Kitchina likes to play 4-4-2, but for me, sometimes you've got to just hold your hands up and say Celtic are, at this moment in time, the better team. Maybe change it to a 4-5-1. Make it difficult, frustrate Celtic, and then as the game goes on, maybe try and nick something out of it.
Barry's mentioned how Rangers might play. Do you think Celtic will change anything for this game?
I think with the two up front, I think Donnelly and Griffiths played up front together on the rare occasion last week against Ross County. I think there's scope for that. I think nowadays too many people are content on playing with the one up front. So it was nice to see, actually refreshing to see him playing with the two strikers. And then you've got such an attacking midfield there behind them. You know, you've got Roberts, Sinclair, Armstrong. You know, it's a strong looking squad there. So it'll be interesting to see how Brendan shapes it up.
So for you, Barry, it's vital that Rangers take something from this game.
Yeah, without a doubt, they've got to take something. Whether that's 3 points or a point, they've got to take something. They can't let Celtic go 8 points in front. Certainly, as I said, it's still early in the season. But I'm hopeful more than anything. Rangers are at home. As I said, they've got the vast majority of the fans. And again, I'll go back to the defeat, the last defeat here. They've got to think how they felt, what that week after that game felt like. I had it plenty of times myself. I was in the wrong end of a couple of bad defeats against Celtic, and it hurt really badly. And I'm hopeful that it will hurt these players, the guys who had played in that last season. But again, it looks to me if they're going to be missing. Maybe Lee Wallace looks like he's going to be out. He's a guy that knows what these games are all about. He's going to be a big miss. So the only concern for me would be a lot of guys making the debuts, as I said earlier on. But I'm sure the guys that have played in this and guys round about the club will let them know what it's all about.
Well, just finally, Simon, it's nice and quiet here at Ibrox at the moment, but it's going to be absolute bedlam on Saturday.
It is, and these are the games that everybody wants to be involved in, everybody wants to watch. There'll be two sets of fans here on Saturday, keen to see how the first Old Firm game unfolds, and I can't wait for it.
Simon Donnelly, Barry Ferguson, thanks very much. See you soon here on BetSafe.